Sacramento trailing by 10 against the reigning champs. And that's what Boston continues to do. They are pummeling the Kings from the three-point line. That's their 16th make of the night compared to just 7 for Sacramento.
And Shireman adding to the bench points. It's a 32-14 advantage in favor of Boston, as Trey Lyles not able to connect, just coming in here to start the fourth.
Derek White on the bounce. Got the layup to go. 5 quick points by the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. LaRavia with some pace. Shooters back to Ellis. Pulls the three. Doug Christie exhorting his team. That was a good look. Back out to Pritchard. And rebounded by Lyles. Lyles, Levine, Valanciunas, LaRavia, and Ellis on the floor.
And this has been a brute for the Kings here over this homestand that has been able to create a ton of momentum on the deep.
The point of attack defense tonight.
I don't know that we will see Jason Tatum again tonight, especially with them having the lead that they have at the moment if they are able to continue.
The NBA championship last year by some of the great advice that he got from Sam Cassell, and it really paid dividends. That three comes up short. Leads at 14. Ellis off the drag screen. Levine with a deep pull. Another chance. Ellis around the Lyles screen. Ellis on the bounce. Out to LaRavia. 2 on the clock. Got to put it up. And left it on the front rim for Holiday, coming back the other way. Over to White on the drive. Foul. White missed 5 defenders in Holiday and White. And you could make a case this year that Jaylen Brown belongs amongst that group too.
They are not lacking for talent for certain on this team.
Amias Queta, former Sacramento King, making a homecoming of sorts tonight. In green, Levine fires. Way off. And here comes White busting out of the pack. Back to Holiday, the trailer. That one's off to LaRavia.
I mean,
DeRozan and Sabonis ready to come back in, Katie.
You can't at all fault the effort and the intensity that the Kings are playing with. They just have not been able to convert, not getting the whistle there. Jake LaRavia throwing his hands up in the air, and they're going to answer back on the other end. Here's
Levine. Crosses over, changes gears, and man, put his body right into the palm. Scott, we're trying to figure out what's up. Levine knocks that. Remember, Sacramento had that big fourth quarter in the first meeting in Boston between these two teams to blow the game open, but Derek White wasn't shooting like that in that previously mentioned game. The lead is at 15 now. Levine getting busy. Tough finish.
And he's scratching and clawing to offensively climb out of this hole that the Kings found themselves in coming into the fourth.
Got 11 points on 13 shots. Holiday off the flare screen. Left that short, rebounded by Sabonis. Levine with a step back J. Pure. Down the stretch here. I mean, these are some crucial minutes coming up here.
Yeah, don't just put him in catch and shoot situations. Either get the ball in his hands or get an early offense going. I mean, get the ball down in transition, but you're not going to do that if you can't get a stop. You got to make sure to get the stop so you can get him going on the other way.
Yeah, can't be taking that out of the net. Thanks a lot, Morgan. We'll hear from you and Kyle in the postgame show. After another Shireman three, the lead is back up to 13 with 7.5 to play. Porzingis getting ready to come back into the ball game for Boston. Levine with a pocket pass to Sabonis. DHO to Murray. And they won't get it off in time.
In the season and tonight, you know, he's 21 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 5 from downtown. And it just seems like they keep finding three-point shooters at every turn.
They switch the pick and roll. Ellis matched up against Porzingis. Shireman is hot right now. That one comes off.
them. And obviously with Tatum out, and the update we're hearing is that he's doubtful to return. They're going to this big lineup, and it has proved troublesome for the Kings.
LaVine with the three, way off, and one and done for the Kings. Pritchard with pace. Two-corner pick and roll, and now Sabonis switching on to White. Good nail help that time by Ellis, and it leads to a three by Pritchard.
God, they just get
Here's the problem, Katie.
difficult spots.
Sacramento is now minus 33 against Boston from the three-point line. They've made 11 more threes and a deleterious giveaway. Another hurtful turnover. Cornette missed the slam.
Recipe for success against this Celtics team, but there's a reason why that is so incredibly difficult to do.
Sabonis out to DeRozan on the wing, drives it off glass, and it comes off to Pritchard. Another good look. That's the midway point of the fourth quarter here. Ellis is wrestling against Porzingis, and that's not a fair fight as he...
Big lineup has worked for them offensively. We've seen the
ball game. Down by 19, make it 20. He's given the Kings 4 points tonight. 7 rebounds. Murray.
Well, in the Kings...
Ellis inside, and it's picked off by Derek White. They collapsed on Sabonis. Pritchard, Porzingis crashing. Loose ball, kicked out to midcourt, and Pritchard got there first.
Kings play tomorrow night, have another difficult matchup. Second night of a back-to-back against the Thunder. And so you've got to wonder, with it being a 20-point game, 5 minutes to go, how much longer Doug Christie is going to give this to see if the Kings
go. Here's Cornette, picked off by LaVine. LaVine on the move, takes it right at White, and still coaches. Knocked out in the tournament a couple days ago, but had a great season. Here's Derek White out top. And that's going to be a foul against some. Cornette flips the screen, then rolls out to Pritchard. Good defense by LaVine, puts his chest on Pritchard, got a hand up and got the miss. Ellis kept it in play. And is hopping into the dribble, back to LaVine. Sabonis from deep. Murray trying to keep it alive, but Boston controls. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
And Doug Christie signaling to his bench. He's gonna clear this bench right now and get some of these younger guys.
That's going to do it. Sacramento will do it again here tomorrow night at Golden One Center against the #1 team MVP candidate in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who leads the NBA in scoring while leading the youngest roster in the NBA as well.
Any easier as this road trip or this homestand goes on before the last road trip of the season.
There's Sabonis off the miss. This homestand was everything that the Kings thought it was, right, Katie? I mean, in terms of the reality of it, you ask for them to come out with a 5-2 or even a 4-3 record. That would be considered great when you consider the level of the competition on this homestand.
And also, obviously, not knowing going into it that Domantas Sabonis was going to suffer an injury right at the very beginning, just returning tonight. They've had multiple illnesses.
Trying to main first. As Phoenix is taking on Milwaukee right now, they lead the Bucks by 3 points with 3.5 minutes to go in that game. Lakers lost tonight against Orlando. Dallas won tonight, though, in Brooklyn. Anthony Davis came back for them. So things getting a little bit tight for the Sacramento Kings, who came into the evening #9 in the Western Conference. And with a loss here tonight, Sacramento will actually fall below 500 for the first time in a long time, Katie. Isaac Jones inside, just had his contract converted from a two-way deal into a standard contract. 95 seconds to go in the ball game. Pritchard went full mixtape mode on Fultz.
He has become quite a player for this Celtics team. I mean, if you want to look at kind of how you build a roster, and we've seen it over the years with San Antonio, especially during, you know, their championship run, and we've seen it in Memphis and finding.
Joe Mazzulla has emptied his bench. Inside, the former Sacramento King, Keita, with the lay-in. He's a former teammate of Keon Ellis, if you remember.
Absolutely.
With the Stockton Kings, both of them great stories that made their way onto standard contracts in the NBA right now. Keita with a rebound off the miss by Jones. Peterson inside for Keita. Gives up an easy layup for Walsh for three. They'll tap it out for another possession. Here comes Fultz. Been a former #1 pick. Back out to Mason Jones. Little show and go by Jones. Good catch. Over to Isaac Jones for the slam.
Nice little driving dish there by Mason Jones.
Nine seconds to play. And the Boston Celtics will come in and win this one. Joe Mazzulla has his as they win.